Hello, beautiful lady. This is Nancy, and I'm so glad that you are here with me today. Today, I'm going to talk about starting a mindfulness practice and meditation. Now, you will have a brief session with me on that, but guided meditations are something that I tape, and I like to do that with people at the end of a session. Now, we won't have time to do this every session, but we will do it several times. And the reason is this, is that starting a mindfulness practice takes time, okay? And I only have 90 days with you. So I really want to create that habit for you. And if I do something in session with you, you are much more likely, it increases your chances of you doing it on your own when I'm not with you. All right, so here's some other reasons. Typically, I start with a 4-4-6 breath, like 3 times, and then we end with the cleansing breath of 2 times. Now, not every single meditation has that open and close, but I have found over the time that I do want to do that more and more, have the same opening and close. And the reason is that especially with anxiety clients, familiarity leads to calm. Familiarity leads to calm, okay? And so you can relate to this. In one of our sessions, we're probably going to discuss that sometimes people that have anxiety tend to be kind of controlling in certain areas of their life. For example, their home life. They're really like, kids, you got to fold the towels this way, or hey, I really wanted to know ahead of time where we're going when we're on vacation. Like, what are we going to do each day? That structure helps to calm you when you know what's next. By no means am I saying you're a mean, controlling person. I want you to know that if you do have to have things a certain way, okay, it's not because you're a mean, controlling person. It's because you have anxiety. And that controlling nature, if that is one way that you cope with anxiety, and maybe it's not, but if this does apply to you, don't take offense to it, and it's also going to kind of shake itself out as we get rid of your anxiety, all right? So if I am doing an opening and close that's familiar to you, you'll probably reach a state of calm faster. You're like, oh, okay, I know this, right? And so that's a good thing. That's a good thing, okay? Another reason is this. I will reiterate information over and over because typically in a conversation, people do have to be taught over and over. This is why teachers review information, right? This is how it is. You have to hear it 7 times, 12 times. I don't know what the current number is that's been researched, but it's many, many times that you have to hear it before your brain will not just hear it, but soak it in and retain the information. So when things sound familiar, and I'm talking about things you're like, oh yeah, I think she already said that, then say yay, right? That's a good thing. That's a good thing because I'm trying to cement it into your brain. Now, during guided meditation, I find that we can bypass a few of those times. If it would normally take 12 times to get in information with someone, during meditation, you might be able to get that information across in fewer times. And this is why. Because when your mind is clear and your body is relaxed, you have more attention and you're more open to receive. Does that make sense? So think about it. You're sitting, or you could be lying down when we do meditation. Even when we do it online at the end of session, I'll say, I don't have to see you. Like, you can move to a different area. You just have to hear me, okay? And when we're done, I'm going to close out. I'm going to leave. And if you happen to fall asleep, I'm still going to finish the meditation and sign off. Why? Because even if you're really tired or sleeping, your brain is still getting the information. Okay, and when you're awake in a conversation, what happens is is your brain is usually thinking of your grocery list and all sorts of other things, or what time is it, how much time do we have left in session. That type of stuff kind of interrupts the message, okay? And what interrupts the message is you thinking about, oh, okay, now what am I supposed to say next, right? Because sometimes it's a back and forth conversation of exploring and processing the information rather than me just standing up like in the front of a classroom teaching and you don't say anything. So in meditation, you're not saying anything. You don't have to think about what you're going to say next. You don't have to think, oh no, I don't know what I'm going to say. I don't understand this, or I do understand this. And your mind is more clear because we're working on getting you to a calm state. And therefore, you can retain information better through guided meditation than even our conversations in session. And that's just truth. Okay? So, again, if you do, I've had people fall asleep in session during doing a guided meditation, and they've started snoring and the snore wakes them up, right? Or they're so relaxed. I'm like, okay, you can become aware of your surroundings now, other than just hearing my voice. What else do you hear? You can open up your eyes when you're ready. You can take 2 cleansing breaths with me as we close. And if they're not doing it, or if I can't see you on screen and you're not doing it, it's okay. I'm just going to continue to say my thing, and then I'm going to leave. And you may wake up 5 minutes later, and that's okay. There is no reason to be embarrassed. It is 100% okay with me. It does not offend me. You do not need to talk about it next session or feel like you need to be embarrassed or apologize. Because when you start a mindfulness practice, which often includes such things as guided meditation, you're trying to get your body to a relaxed state. Why is this so important for anxiety? Hopefully you already know if we're a few sessions in, because it is physically impossible, scientifically impossible, for the body to be in a fight or flight anxiety state when it is in a relaxed state. It is impossible. So that's why I have mindfulness and meditation in here, to help you to learn to get to a relaxed state body. Now, when you're first learning, you associate relaxed as tired, and you may start yawning, right? And that you may fall asleep, and that's okay. Later, this will change, and you will be able to do a guided meditation, and you will still be awake, and it will be okay. And you will be able to get to a relaxed state in your body right away, using some of the techniques that I'm giving you other than guided meditation during the day to ward off your anxiety. Okay, so again, it's a process. If you're not used to your body feeling relaxed, you will feel tired and you might fall asleep. And that's okay. Eventually, you will not be falling asleep anymore. So I hope that makes sense. As usual, if you have any questions, please talk to me during our individual sessions. And I hope that you have a wonderful and amazing day.